Hey everyone, welcome once again to the Mad Boxing Show, or Mad Boxing, however you like to call it. MAD. This is your co-host Miguel Antonio Barragan, aka Fight Fiend Miggs, joined as always by my co-host Andrew. Don't get it twisted, Lapache. Thank you so much once more for joining us in the Mad Boxing Show. As I mentioned previously, last week I believe, I am out of town. I'm not in Vegas. I'm currently in lovely Dana Point, Southern California. So if there's a slight echo, sorry y'all, I'm in a hotel room as you can clearly tell behind me here. I wanted to do like a nice little view of like the beach, but the sun is too damn bright and it just looks really bad if the sun is behind me. So I just figured I'd switch it up. But anyway, as you can clearly tell, I am where I am. So that being said, a lot has happened this weekend. So we have a couple of things we want to cover. Not too many topics, but the ton of topics that we're going to talk about, we know damn well we can go on and on and on and on. So before we get on to the stories, because we do have a nice amount of juicy ones, I would like to always check in with the homie Andrew. Andrew, what's going on, dude? How you doing?
It's been up and down weekend, but overall, we're trying to get through. Anthony Joshua helped me a lot. Okay.
It helped a lot of boxing
What
fans, I'm sure.
was it the punch that saved boxing is right now the story that's circulating with that young man. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
Ngannou would have made. Was it the punch that saved the UFC maybe? On top of that, right? Because if Ngannou has success against Joshua,
Mm.
bro, he made 20 million. He's made
Mhm.
30 million in 2 fights. You don't think the rest of the guys are like, hey, I can punch,
Mhm.
right? Right?
Yeah, or I could get knocked out for 20
Hey,
fucking minutes.
hey, how about I can punch, bro?
I'm just saying. That seems to be the trend. That seems
That's
to be
the
the.
Jake. That's the Jake Paul route.
All
That's the
right.
Jake Paul route.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All
If
right.
Ngannou would have done good against Joshua, man,
The
man,
floodgates would open even more.
right?
Mhm.
So yeah, it might have been. Hey, Dana might have been cracking a little bottle for Anthony Joshua on Friday. Also, like, thank you, Gay. Hey,
Yeah, yeah. I've seen a couple of clips of him talking about some stuff. I haven't listened to what he said specifically because there was a UFC on Saturday last night, and during the post-fight press conference, he was asked a couple of questions. I haven't heard what questions he was asked because I just saw it briefly on Instagram, so I'm not sure what question specifically he was asked and how he answered it. I haven't heard that part yet, but we'll get to that because that's not really
yeah,
one of the crucial parts. The parts, of course, that we want to talk about was the fight itself for as long as it lasted, 2 rounds. Anthony Joshua, as you said, kind of sort of save Anthony saves, AJ saves, head of Jesus saves. AJ saves, he saves the UFC, he saves boxing by knocking out Francis Ngannou in 2 rounds, dropping him in round number one, dropping him around number two, and then finishing him off in round number two, same as well. I believe for a quick second, Ngannou switched to southpaw, and AJ landed a straight right that dropped him in the first round. And then by the time the second round came around, it was over and done with. So it was quite the knockout. Of course, everybody there in Saudi Arabia went fucking ballistic as soon
yeah,
as he went down. You said
nice.
it. You said it. AJ walks over to like the sheiks or whomever they are, right? The excellency, or whatever, and they're like, yeah, all right, they're doing one of these things to him, like fuck yeah. So we know who they were rooting for. But we will start off with you, Andrew. What are your thoughts? I mean, I know you watched it. Yeah. What do you see? What did you see?
I think for boxing, it was that fool me once, shame
Mm,
on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. They didn't fool. He
mm,
didn't fool us twice.
mm,
You guys, it's like four moves that beats this man. Seriously, it's some of the most simple boxing. Listen, this is the biggest $50 million robbery I've ever seen. You guys, this isn't even fucking sparring.
mm,
It's a jab right hand. It's a feint,
mm,
and that might be it. That might. Oh, and he went high low. There it is. Sometimes he jabbed to the gut. That's all he does. There's
yeah.
never a left hook behind anything.
Mm,
Ngannou comes with one of the most amateur fucking jabs you can ever throw. He didn't. Hey, he came in too confident. He came
mm,
in the old Ngannou, not the focused. I got to get this done, Ngannou, in my opinion. because his jab in round 1 is coming back to his hip. Sometimes he's just pawing. AJ was like, are you serious? High, low, over the top.
Well, how much of a difference do you think that would have made? Like, let's say we go that route, and maybe he came in too confident and said, okay, it wasn't the Ngannou that was up against Fury, but he came in overconfident, saying like, all right, bringing the jab back to the hip instead of back home. How much of a difference would that have made, really?
Who knows? Because it didn't happen. I'm just telling you what he did wrong.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the unknown. Maybe if he tries again, and I'll get into that at the end. But it's a simple, dude, this is so simple. It's almost sad it was that simple. He does typical MMA. He sees the punch. Watch the fight, you guys. He goes like this. No, you don't brace. You move. Don't brace. That's the difference. Don't you know how many years it takes to dodge that fastball? Do you guys understand that? That's the difference. In boxing, you don't brace. Oh, here comes a punch. I wonder if it's going to hurt. In MMA, they do that all the time. It's a skill you have to master to be able to stay in the pocket and be able to dip and dodge, have defense, parry a punch, slip and counter. This is skills, man. I'm not saying it can't be beat, but it's hard to beat a master when he's at boxing and you're standing up against him. It's very hard. That was proven again, as this man has never been knocked out in the MMA. Legs, elbows, knees, and hand, ground and pound has never been stopped. Yet when Anthony Joshua took him fucking serious, and I got a little conspiracy on that one too, theory on Tyson Fury's performance now against Ngannou. But with Joshua taking him serious and going in and going, all right, let's box, motherfucker. He takes him out with 3 knockdowns under 6 minutes and a total knockout. He was asleep. He wasn't fucking dizzy.
No,
He's asleep.
Eyes closed, everything. Yeah, he was
Ngannou will never be the same. This is another MMA fighter that tried to fight a professional boxer and will never be the same. His brain is different today because it was broken loose. The foundation is broken up there. That's what happened. It cracked. It happened to McGregor when he took the beating from fucking Mayweather. He was never the same. I didn't watch that fight. When I rewatched it, Mayweather beats the fuck out of McGregor. He toys with them. And then when he picks it, we all know he bet that round. It was the highest round on the fucking Las Vegas. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, on
the odds, Floyd. I love you, Floyd. I don't think that. I got to think outside the box sometimes, Miguel. We should have all been paid, man.
Yeah.
Biggest round.
We should put the house on that fucking round.
Oh, he's so good. That's what makes you the GOAT.
And you know, I legit thought, like, for a second, because what you specified, the aspect of the surprise was gone, right? I, for a second, thought it might not have been. I thought, you know what? This is the second time around. Ngannou might have gotten better. And I thought maybe AJ would look at Ngannou and be like, all right, I'm going to study his fight with Fury, and this is what I'm ready for. But if Ngannou comes in better, it's like, oh, shit, I'm going to get surprised. This dude is a lot better than he was last time. I kind of thought that was going to end up happening. And then, no, that did not happen for one fucking, but it was the exact same fucking, Ngannou, or a worse Ngannou, I guess we can call it that.
Hey, hey, Miguel, I got one more for you.
Okay.
How did Ronda Rousey perform after she faced that professional boxer?
No.
So I've got 3 cases of them facing our best, right? AJ, Mayweather, Rousey, none of them ever fight the same. I'm telling you, Ngannou, we know, bro. You don't get knocked out like that and come back. No. His mental's different. His chin is different. He's questioning himself now. We're going to see. We'll see him on the comeback. But I promise you, Ngannou won't be the same. He was humbled. You've seen it in the press conference, too. He's been humbled. That fighting warrior spirit got humbled. Dude, he gets destroyed. Bro, it's not a. He knocks him down with what, 40 seconds in the first round. Drops him with the straight right hand. And Ngannou's been hit with how many right hands in his career, bro?
And you know what? He took a couple of right hands from AJ in that fight, but he just took them. It's like, dude, you can only do that so many times. You know,
Yeah.
The point is to get away or at least block it, not just brace for it and be like, all right, I can take it because I've taken punches before. Because he did get rocked, or he got stung with a couple of right hands from AJ that he was able to take. But I mean, Jesus, how many of those can you take? The point is to get the fuck out of the way or block it, not just brace for it, take it. So that brings me to the point that you're about to make. What is next for him? Are we going to see a comeback? Are we going to see, maybe not a rematch per se, but come back and fight, I don't know, fucking Wilder or Ruiz or anybody else for that matter?
It's up to the Prince, His Excellence. And I'm going to start calling him His Excellence because he's doing a lot. Hey, you know what? I know you guys, I was giving him a hard time.
He's like, I ain't calling him that shit. The fuck does he think he is? Like now we're like, oh, his Excellency, sir.
No, not like that. I didn't say it like that. No, we'll never bow, right? Isn't that what Americans aren't supposed to do when they go to a foreign land? You don't bow. We shake hands, right? Boom. Fuck out of here. So, but hey, the guy's doing great things for us right now. I love everything he's doing. While boxing seems to be failing, he's giving me a lifeline. You know what I mean? So more power to him. Hopefully the fighters get in line. Hopefully he doesn't spoil them. Please don't spoil them, right?
Yeah.
Give them what they're worth so you still have a lifeline for the other promoters, because if you spoil them, I think Top Rank might go away when Bob Arum goes away, right? Because it'd be like, look, everyone's going Saudi. We can't even match their purses anymore. It's a wrap. Yeah, I don't know.
It does what you said we wanted to do and starve them a little. That won't happen if they spoil them too much. Yeah,
exactly. They might be eaten with gold, silver, or
yeah, with fucking right like now. Rolex.
Yeah.
Look what I got. Like,
he's all raffling away cars and stuff. And,
yeah.
You know, come on, like let's not do that. But I like what he's doing. So it matters on him because now the demand for Ngannou to prove himself against one of these guys in the cage is bigger than ever. The fight could be no bigger. With Ngannou talking the way that he did, and you guys, he was a little too confident going in to Friday's fight Saturday in Saudi Arabia. The whole I will beat Tyson and AJ at the same time in a cage. The fuck? Come on, shut up. Your guys' line of defense to a pro boxer is you'll kick him in the ankle. That's your line of defense right now, right? It's either I tackle him or I kick him on his ankle. Wait, is it to the? Will we give it the
calf? It's a calf.
The calf, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your avenue to victory right now. Whatever. Back in the schoolyard, we used to say, "Why you keep kicking?" Right?
Yeah.
We always knew why the kid was kicking. He didn't want to exchange.
He didn't want to throw the hands.
He didn't want to throw the motherfucking hands. But yeah, you remember back in the schoolyard.
I remember.
Now it's a fucking technique. Whatever. But anyways, I'm just playing with my MMA fans. I argue. Hey, I got MMA guys. I'm arguing with my MMA guys right now. You know we were arguing over there. They're all good guys, but I can't take it. I won't. You know, as soon as they start with that, you know what happens in the cage. You know, it's a trigger for me.
Yeah.
Now I'm not even thinking of Junior. Junior's fucking off in the gym. I'm arguing for the next 2 hours.
Jeez. You're like, hold on, Junior. You're doing well. Give me a second. Let me straight this motherfucker straight.
Hey, Miguel, one time he was jumping rope for like 16 minutes. He's like, Dad! Dad, where's the clock? I was like, oh, shit, my bad. You're done, guy. You're
like, it was worth it. I won this argument. It was fucking worth it, kiddo.
Listen, the demand is no bigger. If they really wanted to, he has the money to make this fight, and he really has. If that's his interest, is he just wants to see it personally, Miguel, I think this young man, this Prince, is got a fucking hobby going on right now. He started buying fighters, right? Dude, what I see online from Saudi, from Dubai, these guys buy $1 million cars. They buy $1 million animals, right? They're
Watches.
fucking around with lions and cheetahs, having them sick their friends. It's some fucked up shit sometimes. Push their friend into the fucking lion cub. Like, what are you guys doing? Hey, you can do that over there? They're crazy, but this is what they spend their money. Like, guns, gold-plated guns.
Yeah, watches, hella watches.
Yeah, they like buying. Well, right now he's seeing that men will jump if he asks them to jump.
Yeah,
he just has to say how high.
They're buying boxing kind of to some degree, right?
And he bought the PFL though, doesn't he own
that?
That's
right. He's got a piece of the PFL and MMA as well. Yeah. That's how Ngannou got the gig.
That's how. So that's what I mean, bro. If Ngannou can talk, look, we heard you said Chris, the guy on DAZN, what he said after the fight about he wanted Ngannou out of boxing.
Oh, yeah. It was Todd Grisham. Todd Grisham was like, he was saying that he was like, get this guy, don't let him come into our sport and beat us, kind of thing, telling what, as I understood, or at least, I mean, unless he's making this shit up, but it sounded like that's what Todd Grisham said. Like, the Prince straight up told AJ, hey, whoop this motherfucker's ass, show him what sport this is, and send his ass back home, kind of thing.
If he wants to fight in the cage, he has the money to do it. I don't think this guy's looking for a return. I really don't. I think he's just looking to make nice nights for himself out there and, maybe get some travelers to come to his resorts from the UK and all that. It's all local. I don't think he's looking to, like, pull away from Las Vegas and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. For a local thing, they look to be doing great, man. The UK goes over there and parties a lot. All the athletes are going over there and partying. And you are seeing a lot more Americans traveling there, even though some of the laws I don't think America's too used to yet is going to prevent us from going out there as frequently as probably the UK. That one girl just did, 6 months or something for raising her voice in a restaurant.
Yeah. No, I think it was a taxi cab or some shit. I mean, she was acting a fool, but she didn't know to do that.
But Americans tend to raise their voices a lot, bro.
Karens, right? We got Karens, Yeah. It originated from here, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we have that habit of saying, like, no, I know my rights. And, like, no, you're wrong country. Wrong country.
Rights. Yeah.
I got your rights right here. Stick your hand down.
Yeah. So I don't know how it's going to play out with us, how much we'll travel there, but it seems to be working for the UK. So to me, Ngannou's next move relies on his excellence, on what he wants to do with his career. Because, yes, I think Ngannou right now in the cage with AJ or Tyson Fury is the biggest fight in sports history. I think that fight would generate more eyeballs, especially AJ. These men were both massive, right? They're 6'7", 6'9", whatever that shit, 6'6", 6'8", whatever they are. They're massive men. They're muscles, right? What did Tyson Fury say? That if their Mr. Olympia was being displayed on the stage or some shit, both of them could have won it. It's like King Kong. It's like King Kong and Godzilla, bro, if you put these guys in the cage.
But we would have to kind of wait, because here's the thing. We can't have AJ, like, let's say just for the sake of argument, AJ and Ngannou in a cage. We can't do that now. I think it'd be too early. We have to, because it could potentially get bigger. Like, let's say we wait, right?
Hey, Miguel.
AJ waits.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll say AJ waits until the winner of Usyk and Fury. Let's say it's Fury, because he's a favorite. And boom, we got AJ and Fury in the UK or Saudi or wherever the fuck, right? Then whoever wins that, but it'll be at that point, because it'll be fucking white hot by that point. Because we'll be the monkey wrench. If AJ jumps the gun and fights, let's say, Ngannou now in the cage, and let's say he loses, that kind of like takes a little bit away of what it could potentially have made had they just waited until AJ fights the winner of Usyk and Fury, ideally Fury, because we already saw what happened with Usyk. But it could be even hotter if they wait until that gets resolved. No?
You can see me?
Yeah, I can see that.
Before there was no camera, this used to be me while some of you guys, where you and Lee talk, bro. No, just kidding. I won't be that disappointed. Bro, what's going great for AJ is I'm at least going to go to the negotiating table if they come at me with, we'll like to talk to see if you're interested in doing a cage match right now, because Ngannou's kind of pissed, right? He thought about it. He watched the fight. He's really mad that you took him out so fast. He wants his get back.
Sure.
We will offer you $150 million, right? Guaranteed to do this fight. Plus, we're going to stream it on DAZN for $89.99, because they gave us a deal, you guys, and shout out to them with the $39 for the pay-per-view. That's awesome. That was a great card for that price.
Sure.
So they gave us a deal. But now you don't have to give us a deal. When you give us the biggest fight in sports world history, the biggest combat sport to ever, and this is bigger than Frazier Ali, bro. I'm dead serious. You're going to see those fucking ringside tickets go for numbers that we've never seen before, because everyone has been wanting to see this fight for 23 years, maybe, since Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz broke the $1 million pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, 2006.
You know what I mean? That's when the UFC really thought they were going to do. They're like, all right, we're doing boxing numbers now. What's up? Right? That was their big push over. I think you're going to have the most movies. This is going to be like remember when Ali Frazier fought and fucking Frank Sinatra had to get a credential because he couldn't get a ticket?
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, here's a camera. You're shooting for like the New York Times or something. I don't know, some mob connection. I don't know.
Yeah. Just snap a couple of pics. We'll call it a day.
So, yeah, but this is how big this one would be.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world, they follow that fight. And this is why. The two men. Listen, Anthony Joshua is a fucking star. Don't just think about America. Anthony Joshua, go to his Instagram. What is it? 12 million people following? Did you see what his cheers were like in Saudi? They love him out there. In the UK, he's done 80,000 fans multiple times. They love him out there, and right now he's no hotter. He's no hotter than what he did on Friday for us, Saturday for them. My last reason why I think he needs to go to the negotiating table, he's already done everything in boxing. Listen, the Tyson Fury fight's great, but does it really take away from him winning Olympic gold with only a few years of boxing? Literally wins Olympic gold and then knocks out Klitschko in the fashion that he did. That Klitschko fight is a classic fight, bro. He gets dropped, he looks like he's out, and then he comes back and lands the uppercut. This guy has landed a few punches heard around the world too. Can we give him credit for that? The Klitschko uppercut will never be forgotten, right? The way he stretched that boy's head and and then Ngannou's the right hand on Ngannou that broke his leg, basically. He doesn't have to prove anything else in his heart. And if I was his kid and his grandkid and his third grandchild and 5 fucking lines down, no, my grandpa was a bad motherfucker. Fuck everybody. I don't give a shit about Tyson Fury. He had already won gold and the heavyweight title. Now it's Ngannou. Because listen, this is what the last thing the Prince has going for him is that pay-per-view buy. Because now he can guarantee whatever he wants, right? He loves boxing. Hey, fuck, I give you guys $100 million each. Get in there. Plus, I give you this percentage of the pay-per-view, and we all know it's a sellout. We all know that thing breaks anything Floyd Mayweather has ever done.
That much, yeah?
Bro, Ngannou versus AJ in a cage. You're talking UK has never seen any kind of numbers like they're going to see with that fight. That fight could sell out arenas. Matter of fact, that is a fight you might not have to put on pay-per-view. You could do closed circuit. Movie theaters and arenas only. Go buy your tickets. $50 per person.
So you don't think it'll be hotter to wait then? You think strike when the iron's hot now, if it's hot now.
He's 37. AJ's 34.
Oh.
They've done, and we don't know who Ngannou is. If I'm AJ, I'm going right to I got another one for you. I can keep going.
Please.
We don't know who Ngannou is. His brain was shook.
Now you mean after the
yeah,
okay.
Yes, he might have had a concussion. They're not going to tell us.
He had to have had, dude.
Right? I'm not a doctor, so I'll just say he might have. You know what I mean? But we all know what the fight game is. Come on, Miguel. If I'm AJ, I'm like, all right, why not?
Yeah.
Because I might jab him in the next fight, and he's like, oh shit, dude, am I hurt? Am I hurt?
Yeah. He might not be the same. Yeah, because sometimes your chin goes in one fucking fight.
Because it's mental.
Yeah.
It's like AJ. You have to register the shot. Okay, I'm good. Boom. All right, I'm good. And then he smiles. AJ always takes the punch. He's like, oh, I took it. His face always shows what he's thinking. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it didn't hurt me. Here we go, buddy. He's like, no, AJ, you're supposed to not show poker face. Come on.
Yeah.
Because then when he does the deer eyes, now you rocked him. Now go after him because he's hurt. It's all on his face. But, so Miguel, my answer is I would like AJ to at least try to get to the negotiating table, see what the Saudi prince thinks about Ngannou's future immediately. If they're trying, and dude, he's 37. How long do they think he's really going to reign in the MMA world? You strike now, man. This fight is hot now.
Because as of right now, I mean, I don't remember hearing anything about a potential rematch or a cage or anything like that, obviously, right? All they're talking about is like, and of course, Fury was ringside. So it's just like, oh, Fury, and fucking AJ, for a quick second, they kind of forgot about Usyk, but nonetheless, they're like, all right, this is going to happen. And this is kind of the direction they were already going, asking AJ questions about that fight in the future. So I don't think, I mean, hopefully somebody brings it up. And then at some point they're like, oh yeah, actually we instead of waiting around for fucking, because when is May, right? May 20th, I think I saw is Fury and Usyk. And, let's say that goes down May, right? And hopefully nothing else happens and doesn't get pushed back or anything. We're looking at possibly by the end of the year, if it happens, Fury, presuming he wins, Fury and AJ. So then 2025, 38-year-old Ngannou, if it happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I doubt that they're going to be able to make that fight so quickly by the end of the year. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, later this year, Fury and AJ happens. We might not get, Ngannou and one of those guys in the cage if it happens until 2025, and that's like another fucking year goes by.
Yes, that's why, Miguel, I'm telling you, it matters on what he wants to do with Ngannou's career. But if he really did want to see. If his interest in getting Ngannou into the ring and doing what he did with Tim was to try to lure one of them into the cage, the fight's no hotter than today. It will get no hotter than what it is today. I'm telling you. The way Ngannou was talking on that podium, telling our heavyweight champ to shut up with the snap of the finger, I can destroy you. I destroy both of you at the same time. Come on, bro. You fucking like... I was like, all right, someone's been talking to this dude. Like, he's got... That's why I told you, bro, that was my prediction. I thought win or lose, right? Didn't I say win or lose? I think his futures is they're going to try to get one of these guys, sure, Fury or AJ, into the fucking cage, win or lose. Yeah. With the devastating knockout that took place, the fight is no fucking harder for them to prove themselves. You guys, I'm so fucking tired of the argument about facing a master at striking. Jacks don't beat masters. I don't give a shit about all the martial art, one or two moves that you know from every mixed martial arts that makes you a great fucking fighter. No. A master is a great fighter because he's a master, and you can be a master at anything. Look at what Gracie was, a master at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He didn't need to punch, but he was a master at his craft and would go in there and beat his ass, and so did his grandfather and his fucking brother. There was hell of them. It wasn't just, is it Royce? Or Royce?
Royce, yeah. Well, it's pronounced with an H because of the Portuguese, but it's an R, but we call it with an H.
Okay, so you know, the MMA world knows what I'm talking about. There used to be guys, masters that entered the UFC. They didn't need punching and knees, and now they didn't need all that because they knew what they were doing in their own technique, and that's what made that sport so fucking great. What that sport has turned into is a rear naked choke, a fucking what's the rear naked choke, a arm bar. They're like, it's like every ending is always the fucking same when I watch that sport. It's like they beat him up until the guy gives up his stomach or gives up his back, and then he wraps him, and there it is. It's over. No masters. Are you frozen? Or are you just, you're frozen? Good. I was like, man, Miguel is not feeling what I'm saying. Miguel, come back. Wiggle, wiggle. Come on, internet. So that, I hope Miguel comes back. I'll give it a few minutes. I don't even hear him. This is going to suck. Damn. Hello? I don't know what happened. Oh, are you calling me again? Hold on. No, I'm not. Don't get...